Hello everyone. Good morning everyone. So my name is Roji John Matiliano, and this morning I'll be reporting about the theory of Gordon Allport, which is the personality of individual. So this theory will explain our personality as a person, what makes each person unique, how our motives works, and what it means to be a healthy and well-adjusted person. So before we start about his theory, so let's talk about first who is Gordon Allport. Gordon Allport was born on November 11, 1897 in Indiana, USA. So he grew up in a hardworking and close family. His father was a country doctor, and their home also served as a small hospital. So basically, from a young age, Allport learned about discipline, compassion, and helping others because of the influence of his family. So he also grew up in a religious and moral family, which shaped his values and humanistic view. So aside from that, Allport studied at Harvard University, where he earned both his bachelor's and PhD in psychology. So later on, he became one of the most respected psychologists in America, focusing on how personality makes each of us unique. So Allport approach to personality theory. So Allport theory is centered around these three questions. So first is, what is personality? The second one is, what is the role of conscious motivation? And the last question is, what are the characteristics of a healthy person? So these three questions guide everything about his view of human nature, and aside from that, understanding how people think, act, and grow. The first question is, what is personality? So Allport gave over 50 definitions of personality before finalizing one in year 1937. So he come up with different definition of personality, and nagkaroon siya ng final definition of personality in year 1937. So according to him, personality is the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determine his character, behavior, and thought. So let's break that down. So first is he stated that personality is dynamic organization. So according to him, personality is always developing, changing, yet stable enough to define who you are. So our personality changes and grows, but still stay stable enough to define who we are as a person. Next, he also mentioned about the psychophysical system. So according to him, personality involves both mind and body. So in other words, it involves both the mind and our body, our thoughts and biological makeup that works together. Next is we have the characteristic, behavior, and thought. The unique patterns of how you think, feel, and act that makes you different from others. So these are the unique patterns that makes us unique from one another. Next is we have the structure of personality. So Allport described personality as a structure of traits and or personal disposition. So for Allport, according to him, personality is made up of different traits or what we call personal disposition. So under this, there are two types of traits. So we have common traits and personal disposition. So when we talk about common trait, it is shared by many people in a certain culture, like honesty or competitiveness. Aside from that, he also mentioned about personal disposition. So these are the unique to you. They describe how you personally respond to life. So for example, there are two students might be both responsible. So one shows how responsible she is through being very organized, and the other one shows it through helping classmates. So that's personal disposition. So may kanya-kanya silang way to show how responsible they are. So ang isa is very organized or by organizing things within her classrooms or sa personal niya things. And then the other one is through helping her classmates. So it is their unique way to help or show to everyone how responsible they are. So sa common trait naman is that one of the example is that here in the Philippines, we are known as hospitable people or his hospitable country. So we Filipinos, we natural sa atin na maging welcoming, friendly, especially to other people or mga foreign people. So we tend to welcome everyone wholeheartedly. So that's the one of example of a common traits. Next is we have the level of personal disposition. So Allport said that there are different levels of personal dispositions, and we have two levels actually. So the first one is central disposition. So these are your 5 to 10 main traits that really define who you are as a person. The next one is the secondary disposition. These are weaker traits that only show up sometimes. So basically, ang central disposition, so ito yung mga characteristics na always ma-observe ng mga tao sa ating paligid. And then, here comes the secondary disposition. So, nagalabas lang yung traits na ito if may ma-encounter tayo na different situation. So, for example of that is that you love to sing. So, once na nagpunta ka sa mga birthday party or even sa mga events, so, ang trait mo na mahilig ka mag-sing is mapakita mo sa ibang tao na mahilig ka magkanta because naandoon ka sa situation na yon. So, parang it is, nag-show up lang yun if naandoon ka sa isa ka certain situation na dapat parang ma-reveal yung yung trait na yon. Unlike sa central disposition, so regardless of any situation or regardless of the people that surrounds you, parang natural na ma-observe ng mga tao yung traits. And that's what we call central disposition. So yun ang mga main traits mo as a person. So to further explain that, so I have here a case. So Marian is 20 years old and goes to college. She is known for being positive, kind, and responsible. As a SK Kagawad, she regularly volunteers at community activities, assists her classmates with their schoolwork, and keep close ties with her family. So Marian's personality can be explained using Gordon Allport's notion of personal disposition, which are the distinguishing characteristic that determine an individual consistent conduct. So her central disposition is compassion, which drives the majority of her acts. And her secondary disposition include dependability and organization. So these are characteristics distinguish her and demonstrate that personality is shaped by internal trait rather than external forces. So according to Allport, Marian's motivation is based on conscious and present-oriented goals rather than past experiences. She participates in community service not out of prior pressure or guilt, but because she finds genuine satisfaction in assisting others, demonstrating functional autonomy. In which her motivations have grown independent of their original causes. Marian's life exemplifies Allport's theory of proprium, or the sense of self that emerge over time. So her actions are directed by a mature sense of identity, values, purpose, demonstrating that a healthy personality evolves, adapt, and exhibit originality. So I've mentioned that her central disposition is compassion because that's her main trait. And then her secondary disposition is dependability and organization. So yun yung mga traits na nag-show up during her activities sa school or sa community. And then yung yung pagiging compassionate, it is her main trait because of the experiences or kung saan siya na-expose sa current situation niya. So we are done discussing the first question. So we will move forward to the next question, which is, what is the role of conscious motivation? So Allport emphasized that most behavior is consciously motivated. People usually know what they are doing and why. So he opposed Freud's idea that behavior is mainly driven by unconscious forces. So according to him, psychologists should give full recognition to manifest motives before probing the unconscious. So I have here a example. It is called The Boy on the Tram. So it is a scenario between Allport and Freud. So si Allport, nag-travel siya papunta kay Freud. So sa pag-travel ni Allport is nagsakay siya sa tram. I'm not sure kung anong itsura ng tram. So sa pagsakay niya sa tram, pagsakay ni Allport sa tram, so may mag-ina doon, mag-ina, and then parang may isang man na medyo marumi, and then andyan si Allport. So na-notice ni Allport na ang bata is parang takot sa dumi or doon sa lalaking na marumi. So after the trouble, so he shared yung experience ni Allport sa tram. Parang gin-share niya kay Freud kung anong nangyari sa tram. And then, ang response ni Allport or ni Freud is, was that man you? Or was that child you? So, doon, out of that experience, so Allport realized that Freud overanalyzed even simple situation that inspired him to study real observable motives rather than the hidden ones. So, next is we have the motivation Allport's theory. So Allport believed that people are motivated by present interests and future goals, not by past events. So he distinguished that there are two types of motives. So first is we have the peripheral motives. Next is we have the appropriate striving. So the peripheral motives naman, parang basic needs lang yung yung parang basic needs lang yung target. So for example, hunger. So for example, naka-feel ka ng gutom. So all you need to do is to find or seek food in order for you to, magkain para hindi ka na magutom. So basic needs ng katawan mo yon. Next is we have the appropriate striving. So higher level of motives that express one's values and purpose. So for example of this is becoming a teacher or helping other people. So in order for me to become a teacher, I need to study well and take the board exam in order for me to become a licensed professional teacher. So mas bigger yung goal ng appropriate striving kaysa sa basic needs. Parang ang basic needs kasi is ginagawa lang just to survive. Pero ang appropriate striving, it's more on higher goals. Parang bigger goals na dapat i-reach mo as a person. And last, we will tackle the last question from his theory, and this is, what are the characteristics of a healthy person? So Allport believed that a healthy people are proactive, self-aware, and goal-oriented. So he proposed six criteria for maturity of maturity. So these are the criteria na makonsider ka as mature as a person. So the first is the extension of sense of self. So they care about people and causes beyond themselves. So basically, ang extension of the self, it is parang caring for others and causes beyond yourself. Parang you are helping other people more than yourself. Next is we have the warm relating to others. So they are empathetic and capable of intimacy. So parang it's more on being kind and empathetic. Next is we have the emotional security or self-acceptance. So they are comfortable of who they are. So here, parang ginapakita lang dyan is you are comfortable kung sino ka man as a person. Next is the realistic perception of reality. So here, they understand life without distortion. So basically, so as a person, so you will see your life clearly without denial. Parang nakastick ka sa real world, not in your imagination. Next is we have insight and humor. So they can view life wisely and laugh at their flaw. So ang ibig sabihin nito, it's more on understanding yourself and being able to laugh at your flaws. So parang you are go to the flow lang despite of your flaw. And last is we have the unifying philosophy of life. So they live meaningful goals and values. So it's all about living by meaningful goals and life or values in your life. Parang you are just enjoying yourself while helping other people. So for example of that is a healthy person might be someone who accept their weakness or help others and lives by strong values like honesty and compassion. So this is an example for a healthy person, or these are the characteristics for a healthy person. And that's the end of my report about Gordon Allport's personality of individual. So I hope you learn how Allport emphasized the uniqueness of every individual, that personality is not just about the trait, about the growth, about motivation and the self. It is all about our uniqueness as a person. So that's it. Thank you for listening.